Crafty friends, today I'm coming on with a viewer request of how to create a hidden paperclip embellishment or bookmark. So I've created two here as an example. This one just has a little tab on the top that I use my mini envelope punch board to create these little tabs. And then I've used my just decorative scissors just to add a little bit of decorative element on the bottom. And then this one's just plain, just square, decorated with a little sticker and a sentiment and some jimmies. And then you can see the paper clip on the back of these. So you just see the little bit of the paper clip. And let me grab my planner and I could show you what it would look like inside. Alright, so when you put this one without the tab on the front, it sits flush on your page. Just like so. So when you close, you don't see it. But it'd work great as a bookmark. When you use the other one, here with the tab on the top, the tab sits on top of your page. So this would be great if you're making like a junk journal or a traveler's notebook. You would have this little tab, and this could be your important tab, like with all of your important things in it. And you could also use this and add it on the side here, just like you have these dividers on the side, that it would stick out when you had other pages closed. So we are going to make both of these today. And I've pulled out some of my Valentine's Day scraps. And I have already cut them down to size. So the square one is 1 3/4. 1 3/4 by 2. And the one with the tab, and you could do these any size, these are just the sizes that I did. It's 1 1/2 inches long and 2 1/4 inches tall. And then what you want to do, I like to use the small part of my paper clip showing, but if you want more paper clip, you can use the bigger. So you want to take whatever sheet you want on the bottom and put your paper clip in and just center it the best you can. It doesn't have to be exact. You know, I don't measure. I just kind of eyeball it, and then you would be laying this piece on top. So when you were finished, all you would see with this little the little backing of the paper clip. And then you do the same thing with the other one. Just find whatever piece you want on the back. So say you wanted the longer piece, you would put the short piece inside, and then you would have a longer part of the paper clip on the outside. But I like doing the long inside where you have less of your paper clip showing. So we have our paper clip on there. So let's go ahead and start with this one first. So after I have my paper clip where I want it, I like to actually use some like double-sided score tape, or you could just maybe put a little line of hot glue on there. But I like to add something to anchor my paper clip down with. So I just use a little bit of double-sided tape and just kind of push it down onto the paper clip. And this just kind of helps hold your paper clip in place. So I'm going to go ahead and peel the backing off. Let me score this down a little bit. This is the very last little bit on the roll of my Dollar Tree score tape, and I noticed that it is not adhering down very well. Or not adhering down very well. It's harder to get the backing off of it. Alright, so after that you could use your adhesive runner. You could use some more double-sided tape, but I actually like to use a little bit of wet glue so that it gives me time to place these two pieces together, because I always have a horrible time matching, even if they're exactly cut the same, matching them up. So I like having a little bit of time to move around. And then you're just going to match up your top piece, and you still may have to trim it a little bit. I always have to trim mine. It's not a big deal. And then just give it, push it around really good. Use your bone folder. You could use, the sides of your scissors, whatever you have, just to make sure that glue is adhered down really well. And then I like to take and run my fingers along the edges here so they don't peel back up. And there we have it. And I pushed hard where you can actually see the imprint in this paper. So we have this one. And then for this one, I thought it would be fun to take my Crocodile Corner Chomper and make this look like a ticket with the stub side. So I just made it look like a little ticket, a chunky ticket. Alright, so this one's put together. Let's set that one aside, and let's go ahead and do this one. And again, I'm just going to add some of this double-sided tape down. Just to hold that paper clip in place. There we go. And then I'm going to use my wet glue. This just gives me time to move my paper around if needed. And then I like to put a little bit on the double-sided tape there as well. Alright, and then we are going to line these two up the best we can. I don't think these are exactly cut right. I need a new blade for my paper trimmer. It's not cutting very well. Alright. Alright, so we have those. Let's go around the side, pushing firmly down to adhere these corners. Alright, and if you wanted to add any inking or anything to this, now would be the time. This paper's a little bit plain, so I think I am going to add a little inking to this one. This one, I think is okay. It's kind of got a busy pattern to it already. So let's just add. And you could do this before you put this together, and it might be easier than with the paper clip is on there. Alright, and now for the tab. You could cut these with your Cricut, or they make punches like this, or you could just trace one that you have already in a notebook or a binder, or even I believe they sell just paper, you know, plain white paper tabs that you can get at like Walmart or Staples. But I've just chosen a cute pattern paper, and this piece of paper is going to be 1 3/4 inches long by 1 1/2 inches tall. So 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. And then you can do this 2 ways. So this tab here is made like this one here. And then you can also do this tab as well. So for this one, we're going to make this tab with the little pointy end. So if you wanted to make this one here, what you would do is take your envelope punch board and the little score line here that runs inside to this little metal part right here, you would take your piece of paper and your score line where it meets in the middle, you would line that up with where these 2 little score lines meet here. And you would line that up in the middle and push it in and punch it and then flip and do the reverse. And it will end up looking like this. Now for the other way that we're going to do this one as, you are going to put your paper in, and I have dropped my pokey tool, but you are going to put your paper into right at the end up against this little blue part here. So you're going to put this in right up to that blue part, push it in, and then you're going to punch. And then you're going to flip it. And again, you're going to put it right up against that blue part right here. It's harder to do when you're trying to show and film the video at the same time. But you're going to stick it just like that. I think it moved a little bit. Let's scoot it back over. Alright, and then you're going to punch. And so you're going to have like a little point on these. If you didn't like the point, you could always trim it off. But I kind of think it just gives it another little cute, whimsical element to your tab. Alright, I'm going to erase my mark here on the side. Alright, so now we have that one. We already have our paper clip in here. We already have our little clip done. And then you can add this however far down you want. If you want to be, you know, almost all the way down, you could add it all the way down. Or for this one, I've just added it about to where this little part meets. So for this one, I might add it to right below the little curly Q thing there. And then we could use some double-sided tape, and I'm going to use a thinner one, some score tape. And I wouldn't put it on this because this is going to overhang. But if you want this to stick down, you could. I did not stick my sides down here. So actually I think I'm going to try to pull it all the way across and see if we can get the sides to stick down. So I'm going to put some here. Here, I think I'm going to put one more layer. There we go. And then I'm just going to pull my score tape up here. And then I like to do this with my thing on the table. And then I just center it. I just eyeball things. I'm not being a perfectionist on these. So then I'm just going to give that a good push down. And then I'm going to pull my tab down. And just using my fingers, just pressing it together. I see this didn't line up perfectly, so I'm just going to trim that. There we go. And you have another one with a tab, and this is just a slightly different looking tab. I think I might prefer this type over this one, but it's still cute. Alright, so now that we have our little tab done, I'm going to use my decorative scissors and just, yeah, I'm going to use my decorative scissors. And then I can just re-ink it. And I'm horrible about using these and cutting straight, but I think the little decorative element at the bottom is super cute. So, we have our two. Now, for this one here, this was Maggie Holmes Garden Party collection. I really like the pattern on here, and I didn't want to take away from this pattern, so I just chose a cute sentiment and put a little bit of bling here. And on this one, the pattern was really busy in the background, so again, I just did some bling. I just did a little flower sticker and be kind. And this paper here is pretty busy. So you might want to leave this and just put a sentiment. And this one's plain, so we definitely can decorate this one. And you want to make sure that they stay pretty flat, especially if you're using them in a planner or anything like that. You wouldn't want to put anything too bulky. Let's see what we have that we could use. Now maybe something like this would be cute with this paper. You could even cover up one of these with the puffy heart. And just do something like this. And just leave it like that. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, more than that. If you want to put another sentiment, you could. Let's see what we have. We have this BFFs Forever. And we could just add this at the bottom. You could center this in the bottom here. And just do that. It doesn't have to be anything overly decorated. So we have that one. And then let's decorate this other one. So we could take something like a sentiment and just say, I like you lots. For this one, if you want to add, you could add a sentiment up there, or you could add something like this that says important. Or you could do something that says to do. Let's see. We may have something in here that we could use. How about this? Remember this in this pink color. That works for Works good for Valentine's Day. And remember, this is something good for your planner. And then I just sort of stick it in the center here. Press it down really good because you're going to be putting it on top of the paper clip. And you have remember this. And then let's decorate it. Let's see what we have in here that would be cute to decorate this with. This little guy's cute and fun. This is cute too with the X and O, but it's a little bit too big. He's the same. The little robots are so cute. Here's a cute little cactus. So pretty much anything you want, you could use to decorate this with. It's a cute little rainbow. I think I kind of like the robot. He's so cute. Or here is, that one's too big. Here is a butterfly. Or here's a kitty cat. So just whatever you want. Oh, I think the kitty cat's cute. Let's use the kitty cat. And these are stickers, so I'm just going to peel the backing off. And I'm going to add the kitty here in the corner. And then if you have something, let's see, is this too big? It's a little big, but you could add a little bow on the kitty, or we could add some little jimmies on the side, or you could add another sentiment on here. Maybe not in pink. Let's see what we have in maybe white. I kind of think I like it just with the kitty cat, but I will add a little bit of bling to it. Let's see, let's add maybe 2 of these little heart blings. And you decorate these however you like. I just like to keep them pretty simple so they don't have too much dimension when I add them in my traveler's notebooks or planners, or even using this as a bookmark in your book. So they turned out super cute. I love the garden party ones. So we have this one here. And this one. Can't hold it. This bling is very sparkly. Then we have our little ticket one that says BFS Forever. And the little square one with the flowers. So, let's put them in here and see how they look. So those are our tabs. And you can see them. So we have an important section and a remember this section. Or here are the ones that sit flush with the page, so you don't see them outside of your book or planner. But the cool thing is that you can see the clips. So like if you can feel and just flip right to your clips here. So super cute. Thank you for my viewer for suggesting this video. I hope this inspires you to create your own hidden paper clips for your book or planner. So thanks a lot, guys, for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a great day. Until next time, bye.